So I've been working on the lights on this thing and finally got the back glass out. That's the back glass flipped upside down. I've done this Krylon triple thick clear glaze trick to it. So a lot of the paint was lifting off. In fact, I lost a lot of the paint. But I wanted to make sure that what's left was adhered, so you spray this stuff on it. You can find this online everywhere, how to do it. And it kind of glues the pieces back, and you just use saran wrap here to push down the parts that are lifted. And actually some of the pieces just fly off when you do it. And what I found is the best way to do it is to go ahead and you get a bunch of bubbles where the stuff's lifted, and you have to poke the bubbles with like a little razor blade as you go, and then you can push the paint down, and that actually worked well. So here's my sample piece. This was just a piece of glass that I sprayed, and you can see it's clear, pretty clear. So it's not perfect, but it's actually here's better. So yeah, so in front of there it'll be fine. So it's okay even to spray the clear windows. It's not perfect, but it's going to be better than it was. So back to these lights. So the way most of these lights weren't working, and I guess I can turn it on. And you can see that the lights are now working. Let's see if I can get the, yeah. And I have a couple LED bulbs in here, which are the orange ones. I'm going to probably change those back out. Don't really like how those look. But what you can see here is all the wiring that connects these bulbs. And it took a little while to figure out, but what happens is there's this blue wire, you can't tell it's blue, that connects all the strings to sort of, it's hard to say ground because it's AC, but there's a green wire and a blue wire. So there's a green wire that goes here to the bottom of the bulb, and then a blue wire that goes to the back, and that connects to this outside. It turns out these are just clamped in. They're just steel plates clamped in here like this. And so over time, I guess this machine was in humidity, so it rusted. So all of these connections here that connect to this blue wire all around have rusted. So this one also is rusted. So I'll take that out, and it'll have the same little spade connector under there. And once you clean that out, it gets the bulbs working. So you can see this one went out again. And so slowly I've been getting all these around. So none of these worked before, and so then now all these here going all around in the same string worked. Now these other ones, I had a couple that didn't work either, this one and this one, and by spraying WD-40 in it and deoxit and stuff and just like wiggling the bulbs over about a week, they actually came back. So that actually reduced the rust inside them too, and somehow got it working, because you can't access the wires from this side, and from the back there's all this electronics and mechanism back here, so it's harder to get. Okay, the back glass is back in. I did get all the bulbs working, and the spray stuff, the triple thick clear, did work. The windows are pretty clear here for where the numbers come through. Now where the saran wrap goes over, it is a little lumpy, but when you get it so close in here, you can't see it too badly. Now, a lot of the paint did blow off, like I said, and that's just the fact of the thing. When the spray went on, it just blows some of the paint away, and you just can't help it. So you never know how bad it is until you take a look at it when you flip it back over. So a lot of the gold and some of the blue went away, but the rest of it that's there is fixed there, and maybe could go in there and retouch it up with paint, or I think for now I'll just leave it, maybe get a repro glass at some point. You could see that this one is still an LED light there. I did that just because it's poking through. I guess I could do the same with those up there, but it's completely exposed, so it's right in your eyes. Otherwise it looks okay.